Hi, welcome back. Today we're doing another review. Um, so today we're going to do the Pulsecon uh, Jejo classified Zartan. Um, it comes in a different box. He changes color. Sold out really quickly in the United States on their Pulse site. I was lucky enough that a gentleman named Chris was kind enough to help me out with procuring one through the UK Pulse site and then shipped it over. So he actually sold it to me at cost plus shipping, uh, which cost me a bit more than normal, but it's still cheaper than I would have gotten on eBay anyway. So Chris, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Um, Without you, I wouldn't be able to do the video. Thank you. So we have this is number 31. It is the Pulsecon Zartan. It has different packaging than the regular basic Zartan box, and I'll get the regular Zartan out later, and we can compare the two. But it's a book style box. It folds out, has the really cool Dreadnought logo on the front. You can see Zartan with all its heads and most of his gear. There's a little wheel on the front so you can spin and go through some of the different heads. He's got this little skull type mask, and there is what I believe is the Soft Master and Storm Shadow. I'm assuming that's the Hard Master, I'm not positive. Snake Eyes, and then the regular Zartan face. So it comes in a bit of a deluxe packaging, and then it has this little seal right here up at the top, so we can just pop the top flap open and pull him out and see what we have going on. Now, he arrived yesterday in the mail. When I got him, he was bright blue. I've heard that a lot of people have not gotten him to go back to the original peach color after. He's always kind of had a grayish color, but it's winter up here. It may be an issue with the temperature of the house because my family likes things cold. It's colder than I would have preferred, but if they're happy, I'm happy. I can always throw on a flannel. So we're going to check this out and see what we got. And then, like I said, I will go grab the original release Zartan. And judging from the looks of things, I'm going to grab Snake Eyes as well, because I want to see how that head looks on Snake Eyes' head. So some of the weapons are the same as before. There are some stuff that appears to be missing. The bandana, the gun, the backpack, and the original style mask all appear to be the same. But he's missing, curiously, the monkey paw and the rattlesnake head, or the snake head, I guess I should say. I can't guarantee it's a rattlesnake. It's some kind of a viper, or some kind of a pit viper. Could be a water moccasin for all I know. It was molded in brown, and it's not, great. Ooh, that's cool. Okay, so normally when I do these, I put the tray inserts back. I've got, a little box that I keep the weapons and stuff in. Give me a second. I am going to pause this so that I can go get the other Zartan and we can start comparing. I will be back very shortly. I will just leave this here for you to look at in the meantime. Alright, I'm sorry about that. I am back. Okay, so here is the original release Zartan. He was sitting in the box. I just had to grab him. I was looking for his snake head that's still attached to his belt because the monkey paw came off, so I was certain that the snake head had two and just didn't look closely enough. That's my mistake. I apologize. And I feel sort of stupid for it. But neither here nor there. The bandanas look to be the same color, same shade, same mold. The hoods are the same mold, but different colors. The Pulsecon is more of a brown, a reddish brown, whereas the original is kind of a chocolate brown. The molding's the same, to the point that the belt even has the peg holes for the snakehead and the monkey paw that don't even exist in this one anymore, but he's got the knife sheath in the back, so you can store the knife there. The knife looks the same, the pistol looks the same, the backpack looks the same. He does have extra weapons, or extra weapons and accessories this time, though. It's a little tighter to get out than I seem to remember it being. Even the original mask looks the same, and that's most likely going to be the mask I end up storing. So, the first thing is, when you look, this Zartan has, more of a brown, dark brown color and black pads. This one has more of a reddish brown color and silver pads. It looks more like the ones in the comic did. The belt's still the same black. The gloves, the pads are different colors. There are a few more paint apps, but other than that, it looks the same. The head looks the same. Essentially, it is the same mold. The belt buckle on this one has been colored silver, whereas the original is black. Still has the same goat head on it, or ram head. I do miss the knife that used to sit, I think it was the left boot, from Vintage Figure. I mean, I know it was sculpted on, but it was kind of cool, and I really did like it, and wish they would have done a proper boot knife, but I like the way he's got that one set up. So, yeah, the backpacks look the same. Even the paint apps are the same. There's a couple of red lines up here, and then some red in through here, but the sculpting is the same. So it's the same backpack, it's the same pistol, it's the same mold. And there will be another spot coming up relatively shortly. The only thing this one's missing is the monkey paw and the snake head. But if you do have the originals, and I may have to pick up a second Zartan just for this, so I can get the snake head and the monkey paw. Well, no, it's okay. They don't fit that well in the original belt either. It's one of my only complaints with the figure. Now I'll have to mess with that a little bit more to get to it. All right. It's gonna take a little bit of time to get his hood to start fitting, around his head better, like the first one does. And the backpack, unlike the original that had a thin piece of plastic connecting this to the two pieces together, or made it one piece, this one has 4 little pegs, and then 2 holes at the top, 2 holes at the bottom, and it should just line up and slide in. See what's going on with it. Yeah, something's different about this backpack, and I just can't quite place it. I don't know what's going on and why this one is more difficult than the last one. The last one I didn't have any problem. I just open it, close it. This one seems a little off. But maybe I just haven't worked it through enough to shave that billionth of an inch off. Pistols are the same, mounts nicely on either side of the backpack on one of the pegs. Put the little scarf on him. Now the scarf matches the hood, so I can dig that. I like how it kind of covers up the blank spot at the neck. Most of the masks just pop on over the face, so we have the soft master. pops on. Actually seems to stay on really well. It has a little bit of tension to it. The hard master, also a little bit of tension. You know, you can feel pressure like right in the cheeks on it. Now this one has a black strap, so it's meant to go over the head. I can't really see myself using this one too much. And honestly, I'm not really, I don't really like the way it looks. It doesn't seem to fit quite right, and I don't want to stretch it and damage it or break the little strap and never get it to go on. And then he has two alternate heads. He has a Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, which makes sense because given the Marvel comic books, he was actually part of the same ninja clan, more or less, that Storm Shadow was from, and Storm Shadow brought Snake Eyes in, and there's a long convoluted story involving Cobra Commander killing Snake Eyes' parents in a drunk driving accident, and him taking it out on his son ending up in a coma, him taking it out on Snake Eyes, who wasn't even there or involved, or the one that was drunk, that was Cobra Commander. But he hired Zartan to kill Snake Eyes. Zartan infiltrated the clan through their swordsmith, changed his mind after, you know, spending all the time getting to know them and working with them, and Cobra Commander called him out on it, hired Firefly and Scrap Iron to try and complete the job. Snake Eyes eventually ended up killing the Hardmaster, which was one of Storm Shadow's uncles, by mistake, which is why Storm Shadow joined Cobra to get back at Zartan and find out who actually hired him. Now, the reason I got Snake Eyes out is I wanted to see how the Zartan head looked on the Snake Eyes body. And it looks like it should just be a simple swap. It is. It's just a simple swap. Doesn't really push on, snap on quite as well as I'd hoped. I'll mess with it later. But I like this visor look, so I think I'm going to start keeping this head with Snake Eyes. And again, this one had the problem with the knife sheath, so his knife is in a box. I never really pulled it out. But this is probably the way Snake Eyes is going to look. So because of this one figure, I have also upgraded a second one. So I've already gotten $40 out of, you know, what is essentially a $35 figure. But I usually keep Snake Eyes looking mostly like this. Not that this is a Snake Eyes video, this is more of an aside, just how I do things. And then I usually have him with the Alpha Commando's version of Timber. Unfortunately, the backpack makes him a bit top heavy, and it's kind of hard to get him to stand, you know, freestand without putting a little bit of time into trying to balance it. Alright, so we have Zartan. Now I'm going to take a minute, I'm going to throw him in the freezer so we can check the color change feature out. But you can see he's a bit gray, a little bit more gray than the original, but not much. When I got him, he was really, really blue, but it was 27 degrees outside, which I believe is negative 2.7, 2.8 Celsius. I was talking to the guy yesterday when I got him and told him, sending him the picture, he's like, wow, he's blue. I'm like, yeah, it was, you know, this cold outside, so I'll be back. I'm just going to chuck him in the freezer for a few minutes. Alright, so while he's cooling down so we can check out his color change feature, I'll take a look at a few other things. So I do kind of like the skull mask, it just doesn't fit quite well. I may end up seeing if it'll work with the articulated icon Storm Shadow I made, because that one came with a couple other heads, including a devil skull mask that kind of reminds me of or not a devil skull, devil face mask. It kind of reminds me of this, so I may check that out. Aside from the masks and the hood, he has a sniper rifle with a bipod. It's got a strap, and I'm not entirely sure what this clip is for. It almost makes me think there should be a way to attach it to the backpack. And since we've established that one pack is the same as the other, let's take a look at some of it and see if we can figure out what to do with this. So, may end up needing to try and turn the harness around, but I bet, yep, you could just slide it over the pegs and it'll actually kind of stay on. It's not great, it doesn't lock, but it will kind of stay on the backpack on the figure. So that works out well. It means Zartan can kind of carry all of his gear, or most of. I don't see a peg coming on it, and I'm not real sure what the peg on the arrows or the quiver goes to. I would have thought it was the bow. It looks similar to the bow that came with Arctic Mission Storm Shadow. This is the same mold as the backpack, but I don't remember the hole. Oh, the hole there was for Storm Shadow's sword, so that may just be kind of a leftover thing. Give me a second. I'm going to go grab Storm Shadow's backpack and bow so we can compare those as well. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I'm back. It takes me a minute with Storm Shadow because along with the articulated icons and the mission, Arctic Mission one, I've got all this stuff in a bag and I kind of have to sort through it. So yeah, it's Zartan's bow is the same mold as Storm Shadow's. It's just Storm Shadow's comes in gold and black, Zartan's is in white and black, and I may trade them because the white and black would certainly fit Storm Shadow better. You can see that it is the same mold for the backpack. It's just gold and black instead of that kind of maroon and black. But it's the same mold. The hole here goes to hold Storm Shadow's sword, and it fits in Zartan's backpack as well. It was meant to keep everything together. I just don't really know what that means for Zartan. I may end up 3D printing a plug or something. So this looks like, I am not entirely sure what this hinge here thing is for. It doesn't look like there's any real purpose behind it, outside of maybe trying to store stuff. Like, you know, I can fit the handle for the bow in it comfortably. I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to be doing. So if anybody knows what this little hinge here is for, unless it's to simulate loading and unloading, but it's kind of odd because he didn't come with any ammo. Regardless, it's a neat little sniper rifle. I do wish that the scope was up a little higher, but whatever. It looks less Nerf gunnish than a lot of the recent guns. But you know, it's a pretty big gun. It's got, you know, a carry strap, and you know, I like the fact that it's got the little clip, whatever it is. I mean, it's certainly a neat feature, and it does make 3 little circles. So that really confuses me as to what its actual intent is. I like the fact that it has the bipod. It certainly helps stabilize the gun. The bow, like I said, I'm probably going to end up trading Zartan's for Storm Shadows because it's the same mold, and I may 3D print a little plug to fill this in, unless I can figure something else out with it. So Zartan is always one of my favorite characters, and I was really happy when I got this one. I like the look of him, but I like the silver on the Pulse exclusive one even better. It's just such an impressive figure. I am really, really pleased with it. I'm glad I was able to finally procure one. When it went on sale in the United States, I was at work. I'm not allowed to use my cell phone while I'm at work. And by the time I got to break, because I'm not a Pulsecon member, it was sold out. So I tried unsuccessfully for a while to obtain one, but I finally got a hold of one. So patience is key. There will be somebody, if you keep looking, who will, just out of the decency of their own self, be willing to help you. And Chris, I want to thank you again. Thank you. I really appreciate Zartan. Now, speaking of, let's go get Zartan and see what a couple of minutes in the freezer did. Now, he's only been in the freezer maybe 5 minutes, but as you can see, he is all blue. And we'll touch it. Oh, yeah, it doesn't take much to make the blue go away. And then it'll come back for a little bit, and then, you know, it'll start to turn blue again. But as he warms up, it'll start staying. But you can see in, 2 or 3 seconds with the touch of my finger, he goes back to the normal colors. Anyhow, that is my Pulsecon Zartan review. Honestly, I'm very, very pleased with this figure. I do wish he changed color in sunlight. I've heard he doesn't. I was at work yesterday. I didn't have the chance during daylight hours, all 6 of them, to check it out. It's kind of an exaggeration. It doesn't seem like it stays light very long. So I didn't really get a chance to check him out in the sunlight yesterday and see if it would change. But it's so cold outside, I wouldn't be able to tell you if it was from the sunlight or from the fact it's probably 20 degrees. Anyhow, just so you can kind of see what's on the back, it has the regular Cobra Island art. The side has a picture of Zartan, and this side has, the little icons. I'm not sure what it's for. The top has the number 31, the Dreadnought logo, and the bottom has the UPC and the basic information. And then again, on the inside of the box we have that really cool Dreadnought logo and a little picture of Zartan. The only thing I really do miss about the classified line that a lot of the other lines had was the file cards. But all things considered, I'm very happy with this figure. I'm glad they released him. At some point, apparently, I'm going to have to get another RAM or 2 to go with my Zartans, but really, I really, really dig this figure. It is such a neat figure, and I love the color change gimmick.